Hi, it's Deborah Ann. Welcome back to my channel. And today we are organizing because who doesn't like to be a little more organized? And over time, my School Move staff has gotten so disorganized. And I thought, let me put this together in a way that if I were in a classroom, how would I organize all the different materials? This is not an instructional video. So if you don't know how to use these materials, I apologize ahead of time. That's in my classes, or I can do trainings for your staff and all of that. This is a how do we organize all the cool stuff we have in a way that makes sense. At School Moves, we use a tiered intervention system. So tier 1 is our minute moves. Those are those activities that we can use throughout the day to help students stay regulated. Tier 2 are our small group activities, and then tier 3 are individualized. So I'm going to use this format for the video today. I have a whiteboard and a magnetic board here. Here I took a big canvas and I bought this black magnetic paper and I glued it so that now I have, let me scan out for you a little bit so you can see. My camera will adjust, so sorry about that. So you can see I have this nice big magnetic board. I know not everybody has this kind of room, but if you're in a clinic or you do have a space, it's a neat way to get an instant magnetic board. And the black's a little less glary for some of the kids than white, so I use black. This is the Minute Moves refocusing poster. This is the Minute Moves for writing poster, core out the door. And so sometimes they just stick it on there and they like today we're gonna do who's leading, and we have students lead these different routines. We can put our focus finder desk strip. It's magnetized. It can go up here on the board as a reminder, quick reminder what kids need to do to refocus and regulate. So here's a desk. You can have a focus finder desk strip at every desk. It is a tent and it can sit on it like so. Or I've seen people Velcro them to the side of the desk. They can also just be laminated and used as a bookmark for handy dandy bookmark. You're doing small group stations, you can organize into a bin like this. So you can have your figure 8 rapid naming cards here. You have your focus finder desk strip for those quick minute moves. You have some additional bookmarks here that you created. And then this last part I'll talk about in a second. Also, I've talked in other videos about using some colored overlays for some of those kiddos that need it. So I just have them in a bin here. I also have this like little ruler for writing. It has the finger distance between words for the letters. So that's here. I also put my tapping sticks and my colored markers in here. I added some little frog toppers if they're going to do a little eye vision, really quick eye training. So I have all that in this little holder ready to go. So that's your minute moves. And also you have, yeah, I can call myself poster. So you could switch that out and that could be up here. You could have that as a quick, easy reference. Okay. So some classrooms have a push place where the kids come push and they push out their words. And I'm using yellow and red, which I told you kind of makes the brain wake up a little bit. And they usually can learn it a little faster if they're pushing it out. And also if it's in color. And I have it just in a little plastic sleeve so that I can pull these in and out and grade them out with each week's spelling lessons or whatever you're working on. Okay, so that's the minute moves over there and your push place here. And now let's go to this big magnetic board. Okay. I have a tray like this, and I have all my posters magnetized so that I can put them quickly up like this on the magnetic board. And also a basket of some of the additional activities where you can take whatever is going on in this poster and turn it into another activity where you can take these and you can see they're larger and the kids can make their own, create their own twister puzzles. Okay. So that's one way to do your posters. Another is you can see I've got these on hooks. So I just put some little command strips here with a hook and I have the posters. I made a little hole punch. I put them on rings. so that when the students need to do whatever poster they need to do, they can just flip to it and they have it, and then they can hang it back up, because who has room? Ideally, it's great. Some people have sensory rooms and they have the posters all hanging up, but in a classroom, you don't always have that, or even if you're a mobile OT, you're going from room to classroom, sometimes you just don't have the space. So you could set this up possibly in a classroom where the posters are ready, available for you and for the teacher and the students. So that's another way. Another option for your posters is just in a basket like this. So the students can, I have the instruction booklets if they need them, but they're also on the back of the posters. So the students have that. I have their supplemental activities that you get if you take the class, where I've taken the posters and made them into individual sheets like this. So that's also in the basket. And then my twister puzzles that I made are in the basket as well, as are my twister puzzle cards. So this is the whole shebang right here in this basket. And you see there's some books in the back, because I put the activities that relate to the posters that are more one-on-one, where they're going to write their words and then they're going to move. I've got them in sleeves like this, sheet protectors, so they can write right on them, and then they can just wipe it off when they're done. You don't have to keep making copies. Who has a copier that ever works? It never works. Copier is always broken. Laminator is always broken. So this is your way around that. So this is all here in one neat, small little bin. Okay. I've also have this neat little plastic bin cover. There was some extra from here, so I just stuck it on here. And I made my own individualized, student can take it to the desk, nice individualized version of the large magnetic board. Super cool. If you have a bin, you can have all your stuff inside the bin. This can be your cover. Put this poster up. And I told you over here in my bin, I have two additional items. Okay, and this could also be in your focus moves basket if you want, but I have tape for them to make their lines that go with the posters. I have their balls if they wanted to bounce with some of the posters. And I also have cool pointers like this, so they can go like this and point. These are fun. Halloween. Guys, hold hands like this and go. I also have my fun little nerdy pointer that I like. I used in the video a while back, and it's kind of nerdy, but I like it. It's kind of fun to point. Kind of say to the kids, okay, bounce with cat, mat, rat, sat. Everybody needs a pointer. You need a pointer. Oh, nice, neat back in here where I can find them. I know where to get them. Okay, and the students know where to get them. All right. So the next thing is the literacy station, and that is more on my one-on-one. So I'll move over here a little bit so you can see it. So this literacy station, again, is just in a little bin like this. And what I have in here are all my quadrant word activities. And I have them either laminated, personal laminator, your best friend, get one. They're inexpensive. They save you from having to make copies of things. Kids can write right on them, and then they can erase them or use these fun little fuzzy erasers, whatever. Whoop. Okay. Word ping pong card. Your modified quadrant taps. They're all right here, ready to go in this handy dandy bin. Now, I've done away with the flip books because they're just really expensive and they don't fit in any envelopes, and they were just kind of a hassle to mail. So if you need to make like a flip book activity out of it, just set it on, get an easel like this. They're relatively inexpensive and super cool. And you can just have the easel be in the literacy box so kids have it if they need it. They want it. So in here, I also have a larger magnetic board. I have all their letters. I would organize these a little bit better, but for now I just toss them all in here. But they can make their words. They can. I also have in here. It's fun. Kids love it. So if we're doing quadrants, they can make a quadrant like this on their board. Then they can put their letters in here. And again, this isn't an instructional video, but I just want to show you up, you have it handy. And they can tap with their red tapping stick here and say M, and blue tapping stick here and say F. I have my colored paper, got at the dollar store to make flashcards with. I have my transition tune-up booklets that work on rapid naming and fine motor skills. I also have a larger version. I laminated, enlarged, laminated, made cool little cards for the kids who need it bigger. You know, who might have some low vision issues, they need it larger. So I have that. I have some flashcards, like this is feeling cards. So if I'm going to be using those with my quadrants on the magnetic board or whatever, I have those ready to go. I have my Marsden ball that I would hang, and you can see a video about that later. But on my station, I have a video of how to use a Marsden ball for spelling. I have the stretch bands in here, so it's just a headband at hat. Okay, so everything is in one spot, ready to go. This is your literacy basket right here. I love this little bin. I can't find it anymore. They don't make them, I don't think, but they have trays and they come out, individual trays. And in here I have everything. I have fun little magnetic items from the posters. I have my letters, numbers, these kind of guys, kangaroo, that are learning. So, oh, like for the figure eight, I have a card that they can use. I have this fun hand they can use. I have fun fingers. All that's in here. I have little cups with letters on them, with the ball in here, rollerball spelling that you can watch that video if you want to see how to do that. So it's all in my nice little bin. Love this thing. Let's review. So we talked about what to do with your whiteboard. That's also a magnetic board. We talked about how to organize some of your minute moves activities here, how to organize your tapping sticks and your markers here. Then on the larger board, we talked about how to use this larger magnetic board. We talked about how you can hang your posters. You can also have a bin like this with all your poster stuff in it. You can have tray with your magnetic posters. You can make small magnetic board. And then we talked about over here, the literacy station with our quadrant taps and our word ping pong cards and all that stuff. So that's there. So easy peasy, right? After I'd already filmed the video and I was doing some continual organization, you can see the mess on my dining room table. I realized there was one other type of organizing that I could have added to the video, so I'm putting it here at the end of the video, and that's just taking a small basket like this if you have group stations and you want to have supplies for like 4 or 5 students at that station. So as you can see here, I have a nice little basket. I'm off camera because I don't want to get all dolled up for this video. So you see my hand. All right. So in here, I have some transition tune-up booklets. I have their Focus Finder desk strip with vision activities. B8 cards with rapid naming dots on the back. I put in here some bookmarks from the Resilient Learners backpack. I have the animal and the people version bookmarks for the kids who want it. I have some of these overlays for if a student needs one. I have the red and blue balls, and I know that can be a problem if the kids start playing with them. I make it really clear when to use these, so you can keep these out if you think they're going to be too much of a problem and the kids can't resist playing with them. Then you can have a separate designated place for those. I understand that completely. And then also their tapping sticks are in here. The red and blue markers are here so they can use them with the sheet protectors to write their words and move and tap with red and blue words. And then, so if you're using the magnetic board, the fun chalk that goes with it. Some erasers to erase their work after they're done. So there you go, a handy dandy little school moves bin for your small groups. As I continue to do my organizing, I found this little packet and decided I would make a nice little kit that goes with that notebook I showed you earlier. So in this kit, we have the red and blue markers, we have erasers, and inside I put some tapping sticks. And the key to organization is to have everything close by. Like if you use things together, have them located in the same area. So now you can take this notebook, put this inside. Voila, here is the notebook with the markers and tapping sticks that will go with these different activities, depending on how students are using them. They may need the colored markers or the tapping sticks. So there you have it. And if you're on the newsletter, you get these free activities for different holidays. Like this is a Valentine's one. If you aren't on my newsletter list, you should get on it. All right, there you have it. All right, so just giving you some ways and some ideas of if you do have the materials and they're kind of all over the place and it's sort of random how you can organize it all. Thanks for hanging out with me with this video. I appreciate your time. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of content. Until next time, thanks for all you do for children every day. What you do truly matters.